everybody! Welcome to Everyday People! And I am your host, Fatty Lappy Tappy. Okay, so I just want to tell you briefly about the show. This is the first time on air, and the show is basically about um, everyday people who work every day from 9 to 5, and they're extremely talented, and I want to redefine the meaning of talent. It's not just singing or dancing or basically doing art. um, Talent, I want to create the meaning of talent. And so this show is about bringing different people, regular people, everyday people on the show, and really getting to know them, because we value people after they die and not like while they're living. And I want to honor people while they're living with their beautiful talents and their beautiful presence that contribute to the world. And my first guest today is Rin. Everybody,
Hey.
welcome Rin. Welcome Rin. So Rin, you have to basically first pick a spirit animal. Okay, you have to wear your little crown. You have to wear your crown.
Tiger, you already know.
Tiger?
Tiger.
Yalla, tiger.
Hello.
So welcome, Rin. Welcome.
Thank you.
So now you have to introduce yourself, but I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
And a lot of things I kind of know about you, like with everybody.
Okay.
Okay? So here's the first question for you. So tell me, so your name, Rin. Okay? So why are you named Rin? Who named you Rin? And why Rin?
My mother named me Ren,
Mm-hmm.
and she named me after a girl she went to school with
Mm-hmm.
that started her own singing group. She loved her voice.
So, whose voice?
A friend that my mother went to school with.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. She
Wow.
started her own band. She loved her voice.
Okay. That's very beautiful. All right. So far, like on Earth, okay? So you've been living. So how old are you?
21.
So you're 21 years old. So far, you've worked so many jobs, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell me, like, we're gonna get into like the different jobs, but so far with your name, what have you done? So I want you to contribute, like, talk about like both questions in the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, so it's two questions.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I've done everything from waitressing to working on an ice cream truck to helping people in a soup kitchen to, I mean, it's so many different.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so like how did that like help you like
Okay, grow and
grow?
learn.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I grew and I learned from every experience in your life. Everybody grows from everything that they do, you know. So, um, stuff like waitressing, it taught me patience.
Right.
You know, it taught me to like really humble myself, and it's a tough job, you know. So, being young and doing it too, especially because I did it really young for a long time.
And then do you find yourself like graduating from like one job to the next job?
Yeah, because it's not a career. They're just jobs, you know. They
Right.
temporary.
Right.
And they just help you. It's like a ladder, you know, and
It's a ladder.
you're going up, you know, you never stop, never just stay in one spot.
That's true. That's true. You don't like stay in one spot, and like you do like go up the ladder,
Yeah.
and you see on all types of levels, like emotional, and then
Yeah.
and then with the financial,
Yeah.
and then like how did that like help you? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
how were you able to maneuver between the different levels?
Well, I had to gain responsibility, you know.
What do you mean?
So, you know, you have to keep up with your job. You have to get there on time. You have to, you know, present yourself accordingly. So, things like that, it teaches you. It teaches you to be responsible.
Like you're saying, like the structure.
Yeah, it
Like
created a structure. I needed that. Yeah, I think everyone needs a certain type of structure
Yes. And so that structure brought you to this point now.
in my life. Yeah.
Okay, so now we want to know Rin. Now we want to know the beautiful Rin and all the beautiful talents that Rin did. So what did you do, Rin? So far, like what did you do in the like talented to contribute to this world? What did you do so far? And I know you've done a lot, and I want the whole world to know about this one.
uh, think. I feel like the thing I did the most in my life was be there for my siblings and help them grow, so they become better people, and I became a better person doing it. And really watching and taking care of each other, so
Mhm.
that we can grow and help take care of other people.
Right. Like it's always like a responsibility. Like you always find yourself doing something responsible.
Yeah.
But then do you see like the bigger picture? It's not just like responsibility for yourself and not just for your family. Like also the responsibility of like other people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
They don't even have to be your family,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
And I know you do music. So why don't you talk about that? How did you get into that?
I always
So
felt it.
that's one of your first talents I
Yeah.
do want to explore
Yeah.
with everyone, and we are gonna do a little talent show towards the end. It's not a talent show, but more like a showcasing
Okay.
one of your talents,
Okay.
and it's gonna be towards the end, and it's gonna be anything. It's gonna be a random thing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever comes out naturally. Okay, yeah. Tell us about your music career.
I wouldn't call it a career. I just I really love it. Ever since I was younger, I just felt it. It's just something about words are just hints. And whenever you're singing, it's something in the vibration. It's something to do with energy. It goes beyond just words. It gets deeper than that. And it's important to me because I feel like you can really understand somebody better by a song sometimes than by a paragraph or a sentence or a book.
Right? Don't you feel like the words it's like it's like a key to the soul?
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
how I see it. Like the lyrics is like
They're hints.
they're hints about
Yeah.
how the person is, how they're thinking, how they're feeling.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about music. Like it's the feeling,
Yeah.
and that's why people listen to it because they can relate to the feeling.
Yeah, because you can't exactly ever really say truly how you feel. The words are just hints. So that's an expression of how you really truly feel that people can really understand.
And what do you mean by hints? You kind of like triggered in my mind. Hints? What are you talking about this one? You'll explain yourself.
Because the depth of really how you feel, it can't be expressed in words. It goes beyond that. I feel like words are only hints to how you really feel or what you're really meaning.
So like it's like what do you say, like subliminal messages, hints? That's how I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? Because it triggers the feeling.
Yeah.
Right?
It triggers a feeling. Yeah.
It triggers the feeling. Okay, tell us more. What else? Like you were small, you were singing, and then what happened now? Like what do you do now? Like with your voice?
I walk around my house all day.
You walk around your house singing.
Yeah.
So you're one of like the ones who sing in the shower. Yeah, la, la, la.
Exactly.
But they say the voice is different.
Yeah, sometimes the shower can really make you a little more confident.
A little more confident.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, حبيبي. لا, we don't. But like you still do you still like practice?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Like you know what I mean? It's like learning a different language,
yeah.
and it's like the fear of losing that different language,
Oh, okay, yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So 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 you see.
Not necessarily a fear of losing it, like I'm never afraid to lose it. Maybe be misunderstood when I express it.
Misunderstood when you express it.
Mhm.
What do you mean? Like like by the people who are listening
Exactly.
to you,
Yeah.
like they might like take it in a different, like in a negative direction, is what you're saying?
Not even that, but I mean, like that could happen too.
But then it should be like an artistic.
Yeah, I mean, everyone takes something into themselves, and
Right.
takes it their own way, and that's what makes it unique to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like your music, right? Yeah, the reason why I want to focus on your music and we are going to focus on other things is because, I'm very excited to hear what you're going to come up with, like freestyle, you know, your song. um, but like now with your music, do you plan on doing something more with it? Do you?
Yeah, actually, I feel like every day something happens in your life to take you further towards a step you're supposed to be towards. So I feel like every day I get closer and closer and closer to making that a bigger part of my life.
Yes. Yes. And are you taking the steps?
Exactly, yeah, I am.
Because it does,
it takes you, yeah.
It takes you. Now, one thing about accomplishing something and accomplishing like a big goal, something like this, or when you want to explore your talents, you have to be consistent.
Yeah.
And then persistent.
Exactly.
And always there. Right. So, now another thing that I love about your talent, cooking. Girl.
Thank you.
Okay, you're a vegetarian.
Thank you, yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And your dishes are amazing.
Thank you.
And like your work is like an art.
I appreciate it.
And it's very tropical. Like I feel like when I eat your food, like I feel like I'm somewhere in Hawaii. Eating, like enjoying your food in Hawaii. I don't know why. Like I feel like it's very tropical. And so how did you get into that?
Okay, so I always grew up with a really big family, so I always grew up cooking.
How many? What's a big family?
I have 12 siblings.
Mashallah, mashallah. 12?
12.
So you guys have to feed a lot of people.
A lot of people. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
So I always grew up cooking. I was
so
the
you
third
were the
oldest.
Oh, you're the third
yep,
eldest.
the third oldest. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So when I became vegetarian, I had to realize I had to stop thinking of everything I can't eat and started focusing on the things that I can eat. And the things that I could eat started to get like more and more interesting. It was experimental. It was very good. I'm really glad I tried it, and I don't ever see myself going back.
Wow. And you had to cook for everyone?
Yeah. And actually not just Christmas.
Not just Christmas?
No, just this Christmas.
Yes.
I just prepared a huge meal, Mexican fiesta.
Yes. Fiesta!
Yeah.
And you made me a plate.
Yeah.
And it was delicious. It was like out of this world.
Thank you.
With those jalapenos, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're really good.
Thank
but
you.
And how you made all that dish taste like chicken.
That's the enchiladas.
You made it taste like chicken.
Yeah.
And it was not chicken.
Yeah, so that's what I try to do. So I try to take a really healthy food and make it seem like the stuff that we eat every day, but it's just so much healthier for you. You would never notice that it's not what it is,
Yeah, and that's what I love about you. Like you put me on things like I knew, but I didn't know like the names of all the beautiful flowers, all the beautiful herbs, and you know what to mix with what, and you know what works with what, and you just you're really really good at that. So can you like go ahead and explain also your because I know like food and spices come hand in hand.
Yeah.
Do you use the herbs, your experience and your knowledge with herbs when you're cooking?
Often, yes. I do,
yes.
So
yeah, like give everybody one recipe, Tayyib.
Okay,
yeah, like
okay,
give everybody one recipe. So everybody can try this one.
Okay, mint is best for headaches. If you're having a really bad headache, some mint tea will really help make your migraines go away.
Mint.
Yeah, mint.
Mint is for headache?
Yeah, it really, really helps.
Okay, well, what about... Okay,
that's a lifesaver. There's so many times where I just didn't want to take headache medicine, and I...
So instead of like taking aspirin or something, you take mint.
Exactly, yeah.
Like mint oil, mint leaf? Because there's different forms.
Yeah, and so, you could use either one. So if you have a mint leaf, you would just smell it. It's really potent. It really helps.
Oh, I used to know somebody that used to take mint leaves and she puts it like in
her temples. On your temples, yeah.
And
or
then she would just go
behind
like
your ears. Depends on where your pain is at, yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very interesting. And I tried it. And it literally did work.
Yeah, it does.
It's a really, really good remedy. Okay, I want to do a little break, a commercial, and then we'll continue.
Yeah.
Ren, okay? So stay tuned. So now you're watching Now you're watching Everyday People live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like everybody, make sure you like this one. Don't forget to like this one. Don't and follow and share and comment and subscribe. And thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest TV in the world. And I also want to hit you with my cash app. This one is J112233W to support the show. And thank you to my sponsor as well, Acelia Jewelry. Thank you very much for this one. I can't wait to wear your jewelry and show everybody this one. Okay? Yalla, let us continue with mashallah beautiful Rin. The gorgeous Rin. The most talented, most intelligent, mashallah. Okay, so Rin. So now, you need to give everybody a beautiful recipe. A vegetarian recipe. And, like a mix of herbs with, like something easy to make. And also something that everyone can like.
Okay, so something really easy. You wouldn't even realize that there's no meat in it. So it's just like a grilled cheese, and chop up all your favorite vegetables and put it in there. Add some little peppers, paprika or something.
That sounds
and
good,
just,
actually.
Yeah, heat it up. Make a veggie melt and just eat it. You wouldn't even realize there's no meat in it. Like, you never do. Fill it up.
I never really thought about that. It does actually sound good.
Yeah, it is. I get it.
It's like a toast. So you bring the toast, right? You toast it.
With
and then you put the cheese on top.
Yeah.
And then you put what? Like green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers, and all the peppers.
Onions,
you put onions.
And tomatoes, pickles, everything.
And pickles?
Yeah, spinach.
Spinach? Mashallah, mashallah. We're going to put the whole forest in there.
Why not?
Why not? Yalla, put the whole forest in there. I never had a grilled cheese sandwich like this one. You need to make me this one, okay?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. So we explored your beautiful singing talent, and we explored your cooking and your herb talent, and there's a lot of things you draw. And you drew this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful drawing of me. obviously. I'm kidding. So it was like a figure of me, and she made the head into like a globe, and it looks like a globe.
Yeah.
And it literally is like the world.
It is, yeah.
Yes, and the background was so beautiful, and it felt like I was floating.
You're always talking about saving the world, so I had to really do something that represented you,
Something that represented me.
Something that represented you.
Fatty Lappy Tappy now. So you're, how, like, because we only, like, knew each other for a short period of time.
Yeah.
How did you know, like, how to come up with this, like, whole entire idea of, like, this is me? Do you know what I mean? Like, you drew me exactly of how, like, I think, like, the shape, just everything. Like, everything was just, like, perfect.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
It was the first day. The first day you came in there and you looked at me and you were like, we're going to be best friends.
We're going to be best friends.
So you already knew from the beginning that we were going to be like this, and immediately it was a soul tie connection right there.
Yes. So. It was definitely a soul tie. It was, and then...
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and then it was like an instant connection.
Exactly. It felt like we knew each other for like forever.
So from that moment, you knew how to draw like this painting.
Yeah.
You were like, this is it.
I was inspired. I found my soul sister, so I was inspired.
Ooh, my soul sister. She found her soul sister, mashallah. It's beautiful. It really, really is beautiful, because I hear about like other people like having like friendships from like a young age.
Yes.
And then like an everlasting like friendship like when they get older, and then they talk about like how those people like helped them and they've done things for them and they appreciate what they've done for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is. It's really hard to find friends that actually last that long. And they say that if you can even count 2 good friends at the end of the day, 2 people you can say, you're lucky.
Okay, but there's 8 billion of us. What are you
talking about?
Yeah. Hold on. It's rare, you're saying?
No, yeah, that's what they say. They say it's rare to have a friendship that lasts that long. That's tight, Wow.
But, like, only recently, I've been really meeting people on that level.
Yeah, because you're at a higher consciousness. You're growing, so you're getting people that's at the right frequency for you.
Yes, and I feel like that painting represented all of that.
Yeah.
And that was the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Like it represented like our friendship, our relationship in the future and in the present.
Yeah.
It was talking about like a lot of beautiful things. And maybe I should have you come back again with the painting.
With the painting.
Yeah. Yes, so that we can show everyone, the beautiful painting.
Yeah, that would have been
And it's like a small piece, but it speaks like volumes.
Yeah.
It really does.
A picture speaks 1,000 words.
A picture speaks 1,000 words.
Yeah.
But like how you said like everyone like interprets music a different way.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with art.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone interprets it like in a different way, and that's the beauty about art. Like I've seen like I went to places where I've seen like like specks.
Yeah.
The painting with just specks.
Yeah.
I think that's very talented.
Yeah.
Because it's a random thing, it's a random act, but at the same time, it's very imaginative. Like I feel like I'm in space when I see those types of paintings.
Yeah.
But a lot of people I feel like don't respect it or don't understand it.
Yeah, maybe move it to the side. They see it as simple.
Yeah, they see it as simple.
No, but there's so much that some of the simplest things have the most meaning,
Well, as an artist, like what do you think it is? Like you have to have the talent in order to basically understand the type of painting you have?
I feel like...
Do you have to be artistic?
No, I feel like at the end of the day that if you gave a paintbrush and a canvas to anybody, whether they're an artist or never touched paint in their entire life, they're going to put a beautiful piece of artwork on that canvas. It's art, regardless of whoever is doing it, how experienced you are. It's art.
And what do you feel about, like, a lot of people feel like they're starving artists?
Yeah, I've recently heard that, the most.
And the way I view art, I don't know if you see this, even us as humans are walking pieces of art.
Yeah, yes.
Like, imagine that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Can you put a number on that?
You can't.
You can't put a number on that, but then you can put a number on your painting, though.
On your painting.
And people don't want to pay that price. So what do you say? So how do we bring that talent out in people? I mean, like, to basically, like, support. And I'm talking about the support part. We don't support a lot of artists.
Yeah,
and it's not something like a lot of people, like I've heard like a lot of people say to me, oh, if I told my mother or if I told my father that I wanted to be an artist, they would do this and they would do that. Like it's like frowned upon, like, to be an artist. You know what I mean? Any type of art. You know what I mean? Music art.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of times people feel pressured to go with the job that is paying the most, or the most that you don't have to risk too much for, But at the end of the day, get the job that's for you, that brings the emotion out of you,
Yes. And that's, that's what I want to talk about next.
Yeah.
The next step. Right? So we talked about all of this beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
So, this, like, all this beautiful talent that you have.
Thank you.
Okay? And there's more still to you. And every day, like, I see, like, different things, And, I even consider loyalty as a friend to be a talent.
Yeah.
It really is a talent.
Yeah.
Because we don't really talk about that.
Yeah.
It really takes a lot to be that.
Yeah.
It's not just something that, it's something that you have to work on, because you said it's like higher consciousness.
Yeah, because you have to make sure you can fulfill, you have to fulfill your role, that you can, before you can really do that, you always have to make sure it starts with you,
It starts with you.
It always starts with you. So once you love yourself at that point, and once you're loyal to yourself first, you'll be able to, the people that you love about, you'll be able to do million things for, you know?
That's true. That's true. So, like, how do you, like, influence other people with your talents? Because you have many, many talents. And you also, like, you dance, like, I know when I'm with you, you know, like, when we're dancing,
Yeah.
you're singing the lyrics.
Yeah.
Like, you know all the lyrics. And then you do, like, different moves based on the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I think that's very beautiful, you know?
Oh,
it's, like, very talented.
Thank you.
No, really. Like, I see the beauty in everything.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, it's not that I think this is what this show is about.
Yeah.
It's about, like, bringing all the positive things about you instead of, like, focusing on the negative things.
Yeah.
You focus on the positive things that's going on.
Yeah.
And that happened. Because all of those come together, and that makes you.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you unique as a person. And this is what the show is all about.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, look, come on, tell us some more. Tell us, how are you going to contribute? How are you going to help other people bring out their talents the way you brought out your talents?
So everybody's different, just like you. Just like when me and you work together and we dance and stuff. We both bring something out of each other, an expression, something, you know, something that we really feel, and we bring it to life, and we make it to where you can actually, like, view it, to where it's physical, to where it's...
So it's like the energy.
Yeah.
The vibe.
The energy, yeah.
Okay, so how do we, it's, you know, they say, like, it's a contagious thing.
Yeah.
So how do we make it contagious where, like, we just, like, touch the world with this? How does it happen? How do you think it will happen? With your talent, you know, it's like a puzzle. You know, this world is like a puzzle.
Yeah.
And we all fit in this puzzle, and we're all pieces of this puzzle. But each of us is a puzzle in a puzzle.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you're saying.
And how do you, like, somebody, like, watching this right now, you know what I mean? Like a little child or a family watching this, like, how do you, what's your advice on being confident with yourself to actually be able to be comfortable enough to explore all your talents and be okay with that?
You're your own worst critic. So once you stop judging yourself, you'll start feeling a lot more confident. Once you start really spending more time and focusing on you first, that's when you'll really feel it, and it'll be a huge difference. Even in the way you look will feel different. Everything, you know, when you really focus on what you want to be, what you want to feel, who you are, who you want to be. Focus all your energy towards that, and that's when you'll prosper. You know.
That's true. You know, but you know, for, like, I come to realize, like, as humans.
Yeah.
We take a long time to actually process certain events that happen into our lives.
Yeah.
It takes a while to process certain things.
Most time you block it out. Yeah.
So most time you just block it out and
no, but sometimes people just process it years later, you know. They might block it out in that time being, and then years later, in the middle of their life, they have to go through processing it.
And that's the thing about being human. You know, it takes a while, and it took me a while to actually love myself.
Yeah.
Did you find yourself taking a while to love yourself?
Yeah, it did. It was hard because in life you're always wanting to put everybody that you love first and do everything you can for everyone you love, and you won't even start to realize that you're slipping on yourself. Until
what do you mean?
Late. So
like, oh, you slipping on yourself. Oh, I understand.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, you know, that's exactly, yes. But I wanna, you know, like, I understand that feeling, slipping on yourself, and then you wake up and it's like, oh shit, like, I slipped on myself.
Yeah.
And now I have to, like, grind and do it myself. You know what I mean? So you found yourself doing that how many times? Because we go in life and we do it multiple times.
Yeah,
we have to pick it up and we have to do it over and over and over again. And you can't be lazy about it.
No,
you just gotta do it.
You just gotta do it.
You gotta Nike do it. Now we have another commercial. Hopefully Nike will sponsor us. You're watching Everyday People live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Don't forget to like and follow, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ, the coolest station in the world. Hey! And don't forget the Cash App, mashallah, J112233W. And thank you to our sponsors again, Celia Jewelry. Okay. Yalla, let's go on to Ren. Yalla, tell us, Ren. Continue. Yalla, continue.
Continue with.
Yes. So like we were talking about talents and contributing to the world and contributing to everything and bringing it together and showing or telling our viewers how we're going to do this together.
Yeah.
Because there comes a time where you just like stop and then you say, okay, maybe we should try something different.
Mhm.
And this is where you fit into this whole entire show. It's the bigger picture.
Yeah, it's the bigger picture.
Do you see the bigger picture though?
Yeah.
You do, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I have some more questions for you though. Okay.
Okay.
Now, okay. Now you have more talents. I know you have more talents, right? You do readings.
Yeah, I was doing readings for a while.
What got you into that? And then there's spiritual.
Yeah, it was
like a lot of people are leery about that.
Yeah,
And
I was too. I very much. Yeah, I was.
See, I'm not like into that because I feel like you guide yourself.
Yeah, you do. And so that was the thing with me. And I didn't like the thought of somebody trying to tell me what my future was or to manifest something or to tell me what my past is or I never liked any of that. So what ended up happening was I was working at this center, a healing center.
A healing center.
What do they call it? A holistic healing.
Yes, holistic.
A holistic healing center.
Yes.
And the people that I was around kind of got me more into it. They were like, "Wow, like you're really reading these people that were coming in," but it wasn't anything on a like, "Let me tell you what your past or your future is" or anything like that. It wasn't that. It was more like, "Let's talk about what stage you're in spiritually right now." So I was never into talking about or into manifesting anything on anybody or anything like that. It wasn't like I didn't ever really use the
like you tell the future of other people.
Yeah, no, I didn't. No, it was more like me and another person would go sit down and we would talk about what you're going through right now spiritually and how to get out of that and move past it.
Like realistically, like what you're going through on a
right
day-to-day
now.
life.
Yeah. So I did readings like in that way, more like we would talk about their spirit animal and stuff like that. And your spirit animal, they would say, is like just like what you're going through right now in this moment. It's not forever.
And we
nothing.
Forget to focus on the now.
Yeah, we do often. Too often.
Yeah, and it's like we allow this fast life to take us.
Yes.
And we don't focus like on now, like what's going on now, and we prepare ourselves for the next day and the day after, but we don't sit there. And that's what I learned.
Yeah.
And this is where I learned to like love myself and going back to self-love and really just loving who you are and just finding out who you are.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of work, right?
It really does.
And that's what we were talking about. It takes a lot of work to get there. So how did you get there?
I'm still getting there.
You're still getting.
I'm still.
Don't you always like find yourself always getting there?
Yes.
So you're
I'm
not
still
so I'm not alone.
Getting there. No.
I'm not alone.
No.
I thought I was alone. so it happens often.
Often, yes.
And then we were talking about like how how like you take time and you have to like do things like start over and over and over again and restart yourself.
Yeah.
And like, do you find that to be like a difficult thing to do?
Yeah, especially if you're like slipping into something that you didn't want to do, like if it was an old habit like sleeping in late or something, that you trying to not go back into that is really hard. And so it's the same thing with your spirit, with who you are. It's really hard to maintain yourself spiritually, you know?
So it's for a change.
Yeah.
So it's pain. Is it painful? Is the process painful?
It's always going to be painful. Because you have to set aside your ego, and that's so hard sometimes for people.
But what if you... Did you ever try to look at, like, the positive side?
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of positives to the changing, of course, yeah.
Yes. And you find those, but like you said, you always, find yourself, going to higher and higher, like, challenges in consciousness.
Exactly.
Because each level is, like, greater than the one before
exactly,
it. But it's better than the one before it.
Yep.
And I even interpreted, like, every second of my life is better than the second before it.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you find that too?
Yeah.
And I take it by the second.
Exactly, and that's the best way to do it. And you're here, you're now, you know.
Right. You're here and you're here and you're here now.
Exactly, and so now you actually have time to grow. You're actually doing that now instead of waiting later on and processing that process later. You're processing it right now.
Right, you're processing it right now so that you're not doing that like later on.
Exactly, so you're just growing and growing.
And literally, life is short, right?
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I want to honor you. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have you now, and then I want to have you when you're like 100 years old or something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously you take care of yourself.
Yeah, of course.
And obviously, health-wise, mashallah, mashallah. And then we're gonna get into your other talents, like doing makeup and doing hair. But you also do another interesting stuff before we go into the makeup. You sold albums to artists and things like that. Can you talk about this one? Your art.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for a while
That was one of your jobs.
Yeah.
Is it like a side hustle or is it like
it was side hustle really. It was I would do cover albums, I would do posters, I would do logos for people, companies, all types of stuff, digital art.
Are you allowed to name? Oh, you're not allowed. Okay.
I'm not gonna name anything right now, no.
Of course, okay. I mean, I had to ask.
Yeah, of course.
Sure. I mean, it was gonna be like a surprise question for you. But
next time I'll bring some stuff. I'll show you. I'll show you.
Yeah. Yeah, next time we'll bring some.
Yeah.
Yes. And now you also going back to the makeup talent. The talent of you doing makeup, mashallah, and hair and nails, and did you do nails too?
Yeah, like you said.
Like you do you do so many things. It's like you're like the master of all trades or the jack of all trades. Which one? The master or the jack of all trades?
Everybody, we all have to, like, you want to be multi-talented, you know, so that whenever, if you don't have this thing to rely on, you have something else. If this falls back, you have another, you know.
Right. Oh, so it's like different jobs to maintain life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you have to do, so what's the greatest number of jobs that you held the most? Like, what's the top record so far?
At one time?
At one time.
All together?
No, like at one time. Like how many jobs did you hold at one time?
At one time,
yes.
I was 15 and I had 3 jobs.
What? You were what?
I was 15 and I had 3 jobs.
I was still drinking milk at the time. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You were doing what?
3.
Wow, 3 jobs?
Mm-hmm.
And what were you doing?
I was a waitress. I was working at a hookah bar, and I was also at a Dairy Queen. Not a Dairy Queen.
At 15?
A parlor, a dairy parlor, yeah.
So that helped you, like, maybe become the woman that you are now, like, independent?
Yeah, because after I still had a babysit, I still had siblings I had to take care of, meals I had to make, I still had to go to school, you know.
So you're contributing to the family?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you held, like, that type of responsibility?
Yeah.
That's a big responsibility. It's like having your own children. But they're actually your siblings.
Yeah.
Wow. So you have a lot of work, though. A person that does something, that's not normal. So your job is, like, bigger than what you think it is.
Yeah.
So right now it looks like it's nothing, but as you get older, and that's what I found out.
Yeah.
You get to see the picture,
The
like,
bigger picture.
The bigger
Exactly.
picture.
Yes, because when I was younger, I was so frustrated. I'm like, why am I doing this? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And I was like, sometimes it was like, I just wanted to go and do something else. I just wanted to go have fun and this and this and this. Now that I'm older, I look back and I see, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I stayed there and I learned and I went through that lesson. So I don't have to go through it again.
Still,
Yes, you have to stay still sometimes. We're moving too fast sometimes.
Because you're growing age-wise.
Yeah.
But then our bodies grow with us.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And so it's like you have to, and I heard this on the radio. And I think it was 97.9.
Okay.
And they were talking about time. People run with time.
Yeah.
So when you're younger, you run with time. And then they were talking about, it was a commercial on that station. And they were talking about, like, when you get older, you start running for sunsets.
Oh.
You start chasing after sunsets.
Yeah.
But when you're younger, you're chasing after time.
Yeah.
No, just the concept of that is crazy.
It is.
It's really deep.
Yeah, it is.
And that is true.
It is.
And at this time, we do chase time.
We do.
But I feel like I'm not gonna talk about me because I want to have at the end of the year, and then this is like a special announcement in the middle. So I'm gonna have like a special session just with me.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, where I have like where I talk about my talents.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna talk about me. I want to focus on my guests.
Okay.
And this is about my guests.
Okay.
And so the grand finale is at the end of the year.
At the end of the year. You're going to make everyone wait the whole time.
Yeah, so everybody's going to have to wait till the end of the year, and then I do a session about me, and then you get to know me this one. But going back to you.
Back at me.
يلا back at you, حبيبتي. Yes. So you, so like, where am I? Yeah. So all these talents and all this beautiful things that you've done and all these jobs that you've held, and especially at 15, starting at 15 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, so you started at 15, and then you gradually grew, and it brought you to this point. But you also took care of your family. But you also know that you have a big responsibility because 12 people is not like. That's like you're. Each person is their own person.
Yeah.
Their own individual person. I don't care what sign you are.
Exactly.
I don't care if you're born on the same day.
Nothing.
A person is a person, and each personality is different.
Everything has a factor on who you are.
Yes.
So everybody goes through everything different than the next.
Exactly. Nothing is the same.
Nothing is the same. Even if we had two people in our lives pass away, the same people, we both would never process it the same. We both wouldn't be exactly feeling the same way. We wouldn't know how each other really feels because we're not the same. You know, every situation is different. Circumstances. Everyone's different.
Everybody's different.
Everybody, yeah.
And that's the beauty about the show, is that I want to respect everybody.
Yeah.
And I don't want I don't judge anyone. I respect everyone. And I treat everyone equally because we all go through different types of experiences in life.
Yeah.
And this show is about, like, learning about the different experiences that the person goes through in life to help them go through, like, you know how, like, we could relate to the different things. And it's like, oh, you experienced that and I thought I was alone.
Yeah, yes.
And it's that type of thing, you know, like, the audience that are watching, you know, they're watching this so that they can, like, relate to the different things that they experience. So that they can also embrace their talents.
Yeah.
Okay? And be confident about those beautiful things that they do. And it's not be afraid to explore who you are and be who you are.
Exactly.
And be original.
Exactly. We need more of original.
We need more of original. Original.
Make original the trend. Like, make that the new trend. Let's
Yalla,
have
hashtag
original.
Hashtag original. Yes, we should hashtag this one.
Yeah.
And, you should comment
original.
comment original. Because people are afraid to be who they are because they're busy, like, they're busy listening to other people.
Exactly.
You should be this way and you should be this way. But no, at the end of the story, you should be
You. And sometimes that's so hard because people have not been them for so long, they don't even know who they are, you know?
Yes.
And so that's a whole process.
And I found that to be, we're going to take a little commercial break. And then we're going to continue after the commercial break. Okay? You're watching Everyday People Live, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like. Don't yalla. Hit the like button this one. Follow, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest TV in the world. Don't forget our beautiful sponsor, Azalea Jewelry. And don't forget Cash App, capital J, 112233, capital W. That's Cash App. Thank you. Okay, yalla, going back to you. Get in. Okay? So we're going to bring it all together.
Okay, let's bring it all together.
We're going to bring the whole story together. We're going to bring Rin's story together. Okay? So here's the story. You're going to do a little piece right now. You're going to showcase your beautiful, beautiful voice. Okay? And then we're going to continue our conversation.
Okay.
So do us a little piece, like a 2-minute piece. Can you do 2-minute piece?
I'll do something, it would probably be a little shorter than that, but I got you.
طيب يلا. Do whatever you like.
Oh, how I wish perfect was enough for my own heart. Could have swore you were enough for our own heart. That's the beginning. That's the beginning of a cover to a song called Another Lifetime by Neo. I'm not finished, I'm still going to, I'm working on the range, matching my own pitch to it still. But yeah, that was just a little something.
It's beautiful. So shout out to Neo. And tell us, yalla, what does it mean to you?
That song is a very, very inspiring, meaningful song. It really helped me move past a lot of different emotions.
A lot of different emotions, like what type of human emotions were you going through when you were listening to this? What human emotion? Crying?
I was
smiling? What were you doing?
A little bit of everything. It was a lot of growing from the song, I was doing a lot of healing.
A lot of healing?
Yeah.
I find that too. I find myself doing the same thing. Like, I heal when I listen, and I also, like, I name my music based on how I'm feeling that particular day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's like how you feel that certain day and those different emotions that you be feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And you could relate to it.
Yeah.
But what does it mean, those words? Why this specific song you would pick by Neo?
I was just cleaning one day. I was sweeping.
Now we're getting to the story. Yalla, tell us what you were doing.
I was, sweeping up my room, and I was playing music, and it was just on a shuffle playlist of the stuff I like to listen to. Mm-hmm. And so, it was a song I never heard before. It just came on, and it came on at the perfect time, because I was going through so much, I didn't know how to express it. And I just started dancing to it, and I replayed it over and over and over, maybe 50 times a day. I couldn't stop listening to it.
50 times a day?
That day, yeah.
On repeat?
Just repeated it.
You should have listened to Zendaya next. Repeat. Replay. This one. Replay. You know
yeah,
Replay by Zendaya?
Yeah.
Should put on repeat. Okay, so on repeat. So you memorized it after you repeated it? Or you were just trying to soak the words in?
I was soaking everything in from her. Just the voice, just everything.
And it's also the beats. Right?
Yeah, it goes beyond the words. It goes beyond. That. It goes down to the frequency, just the feeling, the energy. It felt, yeah.
And it's like, does it make you feel happy? Like after you listen to it, or sad?
peaceful. I feel like harmony, balanced. I feel good. I feel like I just figured some stuff out.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and it helps you like figure out like things in life.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. Okay, so we're coming near the end, and this is the first
The
day
episode,
of the episode of the season, and it's very, very exciting to be here with Ren. It's very exciting to get to know
Thank
you. It's so, like I said, from the moment that I saw you,
Mm-hmm.
I knew that you were my soul sister because I never had a sister to talk to. I just never had that experience.
Yeah.
Like living on Earth, I never experienced talking to another woman like on a it's not just a deep level, but like it's a deep emotion because the things
Yeah.
that you've done for me, the things that you've done for
The
me
things you've done for me.
is just like out of this world.
Yeah.
The things that you've done for me is unforgettable, and I can never forget about the things that you've done. And that's why like I had to like
We're family.
yes, we're absolutely. You
Yeah.
know this one. Yes.
So,
We're definitely a family. And we I believe we're going to grow more and more together,
only every day.
only every day and towards like a positive direction.
Exactly.
And then I feel like every single person that I'm going to bring to to the show is going to basically contribute to the same thing.
Yeah.
Like it's a forever unit. So don't think like the guests that I bring, they're just like, oh, for a second, like, oh, we
Yeah.
just talk like for a moment. No, it's like a forever
Yeah.
eternity.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's a connection. It's a bond.
It's a bond.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's like we're all gonna grow together from this day on. It's like a historical moment. Very beautiful.
Exactly.
Yes.
We're already here. There's nowhere else but.
Yes. Yes. So next time on the next show, when you tune in next Monday, on Everyday People on WJZZ Cool TV on all the social media platforms. The next guest I'm gonna have Milo, and Milo is Ren's husband, and he is extremely talented. But we're gonna explore Milo
With Milo.
with Milo, and we're gonna talk about Milo and get to know Milo.
Yes.
Because like you and Milo are like a divine connection because your talents and his talents are really out of this world, and the both of you is like a power team,
Thank you.
and it's like all this beautiful talent brings you together,
Yeah.
Yes. And so we want to basically thank everybody for tuning in,
Thank you.
and thank you very much for this one. But we still have 2 minutes.
So talk about you. Hurry. Just a little sneak peek. Come on. Give him
Sneak peek?
Give him a sneak peek.
No, I
Let
don't
him
want to
know.
get
Let
a
him know
sneak
Jesus.
peek.
Come on.
Oh, you want to know? So my character on the show, so only on the show, my character is Fatty Laffy Taffy. And the reason why I choose Fatty Laffy Taffy because Fatty Laffy Taffy is Fatty, mashallah. Fatty, this one Fatty. And I like the Laffy and I like the Taffy. Taffy is supposed to be my height. And that's the meaning behind Fatty Laffy Taffy. And that's the sneak peek. So yeah, that's basically it, But I don't want to say a lot. I don't want to give any sneak peeks or anything. I want you to wait till the end of the year, and that's gonna be the grand finale.
This was good. This was good.
Yes, thank you everybody for tuning
Thank
in.
you.
Thank you.